can get copies of these books for your kids at powernomics.com. And I hope that you're training your kids on economics this summer. Summer's almost over, but but they have to learn about wealth. So if you want some tools that'll help you, you can go to drboycebooks.com. We have financial workbooks, we have financial flashcards, and also my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, is there as well. So feel free to go to drboycebooks.com if you're looking for some tools that'll help you. All right. In 1859, nearly all whites and blacks in New England could read and write, while more than 20% of Southern whites could not. In 1860, on the eve of the Civil War, a national report indicated that had Northerners voted to abolish slavery, probably no more than 2% would have done so. Wait, did y'all hear that? Let me read this again. These are your allies. By the way, we got allies, y'all. Let's see. Okay, let's see what it says about our allies. In 1860, on the eve of the Civil War, a national report indicated that if Northerners had voted on whether to abolish slavery, Northerners, now these are your allies, no more than 2% would have voted to abolish slavery. So now do you understand what I'm saying when I truly believe we have no friends? That's, that's crazy. I didn't know that. 2%, 98% of Northerners, your allies, and these were not the Southerners, these are the Northerners. 98% of them were like, no, keep those Negroes in chains. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And we don't learn that. I didn't learn how racist liberals could be until I took the job on the faculty at Syracuse University. And I said, man, y'all worse than the people I knew in Kentucky. At least Southern people, they just kind of tell you where they stand. They just kind of let you know, how they feel about things. And it's not even like they might dislike you because you're black. A lot of them, they just have a culture. They just have a way of doing stuff. And if you don't relate to them, they'll have an issue with you. But if you're nice and a good person, most Southern people I've met are decent people. They're just as good as the people in the North. I meet good people everywhere, right? And I meet bad people everywhere. And I think that it's kind of strange, like when we sort of assume that because you're from the South, you must be evil. You're a shotgun toting person who wants to kill black people, or because you're from the North, you're this wonderful ally who's going to make sure that black people are taken care of. Well, I've never seen black people get saved by an ally. I've never seen that. I've never seen anybody really put us at the top of their priority list. And to the point where even we don't put ourselves at the top of the priority list. So I don't think the crime is that they don't put us at the top of the priority list. The bigger crime is, or the bigger question is, why don't we? Why don't we? You know, that to me, that's what Black First means. It just means take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your community, take care of your kids, create security for yourself, and then you can support whoever you want. All right. So let's keep going. In 1861, the Secretary of the Navy stipulated that blacks could enter the Navy, but they could achieve no higher than the rank of boys. They would be boys at a compensation of $10 a month and 1 day's ration. 1 day's ration per month, or 1 day's ration each day, I hope. Okay. In 1860, black Americans owned and controlled approximately one half of 1% of the nation's wealth. Pay attention now. So in 1860, we owned one half of 1% of the nation's wealth. Y'all ready? In 1990, blacks owned and controlled one half of 1% of the nation's wealth. So 130 years later, you control one half of 1% of the nation's wealth. I got to check to see where that number is now, but I don't think it's moved very much. And that's where we get into the conversation about the wealth income cycle that I've talked to you guys about. Income is not wealth. A good job is not wealth. A college degree is not wealth. A good credit score is not wealth. Income is not wealth, but income is an opportunity to build wealth. If you are a wealth builder, if you think about wealth, then income is an opportunity to build wealth. Free time is an opportunity to build wealth. Energy is an opportunity to build wealth. Intellect is an opportunity to build wealth. All these things are opportunities to build wealth.